If you click this video, you're probably looking for a girlfriend, and I'm going to give you the steps of how to get one. So, the first step is to talk to her. Now, this might seem extremely obvious, but a lot of people idealize this girl that they really like. In fact, they spend hours thinking about her, fantasizing over who she is, what she could be, what they could be together, and they don't actually talk to them. I know this happens a lot. If you've had any crushes before, or people that you've liked, this usually happens. You think about them all the time, you don't actually get to know them, you have this idea of them in your head that isn't really true. So what you should do to begin with is talk to them. Literally just talk to them. If that means send them a message because you don't actually know them in person, go ahead, do it. If that means going up to them, literally in the middle of whatever they're doing, do it. Just talk to them. Make them know who you are. Introduce yourself to them, Don't get trapped in that cycle of thinking about them and then maybe talking to them and then not actually talking to them. No. Just go and talk to them. It's as simple as that. Simply just, they're another human being. Speak to them. Once you do that, then you'll get much further than you ever would by not talking to them. In fact, it'll help you so much because to them, you've had the courage to go up and talk to them and, in fact, make the first move, Once you've spoken to her, then the next step's pretty obvious. It's to get to know her. So if she's given you her number, or if you just know her in person, then continue speaking to her. Get to know her, but also make sure that she gets to know you. A lot of people make the mistake of just speaking to her, getting to know everything about her, and she doesn't actually get to know you at all. In fact, she still really has no idea who you are, no idea what your hobbies are, your aspirations, anything of the sort. She doesn't get to know you, and well, that's usually why they lose interest. If you've ever tried to speak to someone before and they just go off of you, usually that's the case. They never get to know you, who you are, why you're unique, why you're someone worth pursuing. Let her get to know you. Speak to her. Tell her everything about you. Okay, maybe not everything, but all the important bits, like what you like to do in your spare time and all that stuff. And you may be thinking, oh, I don't want to put her off. If she doesn't like who you are, then why would you want to be with her? You don't want to create this fake version of yourself. You need to let her know you, the exact version of you, not some made up version of you that you've created just so hopefully she'll get to like you. No, that's not how real relationships work. In fact, that's how heartbreak works, because they finally get to know you and you're not the person that you said you were. In fact, you're someone completely different. Once you've broken that barrier of speaking to each other and somewhat getting to know each other, the next thing to do is to just keep speaking. Because if this is someone that you want to be with, well, I hate to break it to you, but you're going to be speaking to this person an awful lot. So keep speaking to them, and you'll gather pretty quickly if they have an interest in you or not. And if they don't, usually they'll stop speaking to you or speak to you less. Maybe sometimes they'll keep speaking to you normally, but more like a friend. So you gotta read those signs and you gotta understand how they see you. If everything's still going well in what you want, of course, a relationship with this person, and you've also got to evaluate your own thoughts about this person, because putting them on a pedestal and being like, oh no, there's nothing wrong about them, they're perfect, isn't the way to go about it. When you're getting to know them, you need to get to know them. Learn who they are properly. Are you attracted to that? Do you like them? Is that someone you want to see yourself with, like, for the rest of your life? You've really got to weigh that up. You've got to understand if that's someone that you want to be with. So once you've done that and they're still showing interest in you, then that's amazing. You keep talking to them, you can start really getting to know each other, And then the next part comes where you feel like it's time to be more than friends. So this is where the third step comes in. And this third step is really important. And it's to not be lustful. Lust kills any kind of relationship. In fact, if you're looking for something really long term that you think is a good idea, in the most cases, you don't want it to be built on lust. What you want it to be built on is friendship. You're spending, well, hopefully the rest of your life with this person, so you want to build it on some strong foundation where you two are both really connected with each other. But building it on lust, something that just really isn't that important, is just a really quick way to failure. You need to make sure that you're friends with this person properly, that you two really enjoy spending time with each other and see yourself doing that for a very long time. You don't want to just go about and sleep with them if you have the option to, and then think, oh, that'll build a great relationship. That's not how this works. If you really want a sustained relationship and someone that you want to be with, and you want this person to be your girlfriend, of course, then you need to consider how you're starting off this relationship. I don't think any good relationships start off with lust. All the best relationships come from true friendship. It's quite funny because a lot of people say, oh, you don't want to get friend zoned, you don't want to get this, but being friends with them first is so much more important than being lovers. It's true in every relationship. So really, become good friends with them. Get to know them really well. Find inside jokes that you can bond over and you can be just friends about. As if you're hanging out with one of your friends. That's what you need, and that will then help you to get to the next step, which is asking her to be your girlfriend. Now, this step is a pretty big one. In fact, it's a pretty scary one too. I know the time I asked my now girlfriend to be my girlfriend, well, that was extremely, extremely scary. My heart was racing out of my chest, but it felt so right. So you got to make sure that this feels right. You got to make sure that you're ready for a relationship. You got to make sure you have time for this person, that this person truly is someone that you consider spending pretty much the rest of your life with. Because personally, in my kind of belief, if you're not looking to spend the rest of your life with this person, and there's no point being together at all, because otherwise you're just going to break each other's hearts, and that will suck big time. And you don't want to do that to another person, especially someone that you care about. So make sure that you're prepared to ask this person to be your girlfriend. So that means looking deep and truly understanding, are you ready for a relationship? Truly. Usually I'd say this is the first thing you do. This should be step one. But when you have the option in front of you of someone being your girlfriend, when it's right in front of you, that's when you should really truly ask yourself, because you'll understand if you're ready or not. Then the time will come where you get to ask this person if they can be your girlfriend. Now, this isn't the end in getting a girlfriend. In fact, it's barely even the start. This person now, sure, you have a label. Technically, it's great. Yeah, they're your girlfriend. I mean, congratulations if it works out. Woohoo, that's amazing. But you got to remember that there's so much more to being in a relationship than just having a label. You got to make this person feel special. You got to make them understand why being in a relationship with you is worth it. And that doesn't mean spending thousands of pounds on them and doing the craziest things just to make them interested in you or like you more or anything. No. That just means make life special for them. If you can, once they're your girlfriend, you have the opportunity to do whatever with them. Take them on cool dates. They don't have to cost money at all. Just give her special experiences, just some meaningful things. Give that to her, because if you really love her, which I'm guessing you do because she's hopefully now your girlfriend, then you'd do that for her. So actually getting a girlfriend is not the final step in keeping a relationship. But I think if you follow all those steps, hopefully you should be able to get a girlfriend. Now, I do really want to say that a lot of the time, it doesn't work out. I think it's a fact that almost 90% of relationships, maybe even more, don't work out, especially when you're young. So, of course, don't be put off completely of relationships if it doesn't work. If you only get to step 2 or 3 and everything falls apart, then you know what? That's fine. You're young, okay? You can learn. You have so much more time. And in fact, there's so many more people in the world. Don't get caught up on just one person when you're not even with them. Like, you're wasting your life at that point. There's so many more people. Because if that person said no to you and rejected you, well, guess what? They're not the right person for you. And it's as simple as that. So, hopefully, if you follow these steps, you'll be able to get a girlfriend, just like I did, and be extremely happy together, and of course be the best boyfriend you can to them. If you do follow those steps, I do really think that you'll be able to get a girlfriend. I'm guessing if you're watching this video, it's probably something that you do really want, and I'm sure that it will work out, and I really wish you luck. And if it does, after watching this video, then please comment down below. If it does work, then I'm so happy for you, because you truly deserve it.